you are, pupper. Nope, nope. Hard to hold it on this side. Good afternoon. It's a Saturday. It's a beautiful Saturday. It's just very gray. Sati, come on. But it's gray and green. So I've been trying to record talking about an appointment this week, and well, with one I was like falling asleep on and off throughout. I was exhausted, but I'm trying to get this experience recorded while it's still fresh. And with the last one that I tried, oh boy, it was, I didn't realize that I had a Bluetooth headphone still on, and I put on a microphone. And basically you heard my first line, and then like a half an hour, didn't hear a word. So, trying this again. I do have different videos of how I have been since the appointment, since the procedure. And then so on Monday, today's Saturday, 6 days ago, I went to my primary care doctor. She does sphenocaths. sphenocath. They're really layman term. There are bunches of nerves underneath and kind of back in the eyes. And we are something about our cartilage and our bones form a little cup. And this bundle of nerves, a ganglion nerve block, I think is what it's called also. You put a numbing medication on it, and you are supposed to do this in a specific position. You are supposed to leave the medication in for specific amounts of time, and then you are supposed to observe the patient. So, and also before any of that would happen, you would have preparation. You would have a little bit of numbing of the nose. I would be drinking water or sucking on a candy, something like that. So, I get in, and I think it's just the preliminary stuff. I think that it's just the numbing of the nose. This is a syringe that goes up the nose, and then there's a hose at the end of the syringe, not a needle. And the medicine gets put right into that cup, and you're supposed to stay there very still for at least 4 minutes. But actually, it depends. Every patient is different. Me personally, I reacted to this severely the first time. And you put little temperature gauges on both sides of your cheeks. My temperature would raise over 4 degrees at a time. And so, my body was really, it would feel this. I would go through some minimal, not good feelings for maybe like the rest of that day. And then I would sleep and I'd wake up, and like magic, my nerves in my head were reset. It's like the way that they react to pain completely changed. They learned whole new pathways and ways to deal with the pain that was presented to it. That's sort of, like I said, really layman view here, but if you could think of kind of erasing your computer's code for how they deal with something, putting in a virus and let them figure it out kind of deal, let their antivirus protection work it out. Well, instead of the immune system here, we don't have an antivirus for nerves, so we have ways to get around it. And we do this nerve block, and it is like magic for a lot of patients. I have been having this done since November of 2018. The way that all the pressure in my face released, oh my gosh, that feeling, that was gold right there. And then you just realize that months go by without so much as a headache, and I am one of the people who, I've got to go through a lot to get to that point. My body does a lot in its adjustment, and it does not like when my inner thermostat is tested, because that machinery will fail every time it is broken. So, knowing that, okay, that's the right way for things to happen. And, okay, very, very important, during this procedure, you're supposed to be on your back. Your head is supposed to be actually a little bit tilted back. You are supposed to create an open pathway to these nerve pockets. My doctor on Monday, as I said, I thought I was getting the PrEP, the lidocaine in the top of the nose passage, so that I could then tolerate the procedure. Well, turns out her 2 squirts of lidocaine up my nose was the procedure. She did it to me while I was sitting up. My head was not even tilted back, y'all. The more I think about what did not happen, there was no temperature strips. She did not check my temperature. And she did not keep me long enough to observe what was going to happen. I'm so disappointed, and more I'm getting angry. I'm only getting there because it takes a lot of energy to be angry. This energy I do not have. This energy that she robbed me of. This whole week I have been dealing, because of those squirts of lidocaine up the nose, my head felt like a detached balloon floating higher and higher, and all I could do was grab the string and hope it wouldn't float up and away. And for over a week, I couldn't talk to people for very long. My head could not handle that intense interaction. And when I say intense, I'm talking about really casual, really just not deep conversation. Really, it shouldn't have been that hard. But this whole week has been an intense struggle. It has been a battle when it didn't need to be. And the more I'm thinking about it, the more I know I have to report this. What she did, I don't even think it's negligence. I think it's, at this point, oh, what's the word? When you don't give a shit. Yeah, ain't that the way to go as a doctor? We have been trying to get away from this primary care for over 2 years. We have been fed up with the way we are treated, the way we are disregarded. And I say we because my caregiver Lorraine is also her patient. And we have been looking and looking for replacement doctors who will take me, Medicaid, and Lorraine, Medicare, number one. Chronic illnesses, genetic illnesses, number two. And we have our narcotics and stuff like that, all the big meds, we have those taken care of. We have pain doctors, we have psychiatrists, we have all the things. A primary care, a family medicine doctor, they are so important. It is a necessary part of the team. And I'm absolutely aghast at the treatment. Like, I have enough trauma from doctors, really. I do. Didn't need any more. So that's what's been going on. I will show videos of like when I was just getting out of the vehicle here and coming up these itty bitty steps, but it's really a ramp that you gotta do like 2.5 steps. Then you have a ramp and you go into the inside, alright? We love this house. This was built for people with disabilities. It's wonderful. Getting from here to up there, it was a feat. And like the more and more I get to think back on this and go, oh my gosh, and she didn't do that either, I'm realizing layer by layer just how much I was mistreated. And okay, we're done. What? What? I didn't have my temperature reaction till halfway home. It was about 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, after she released me. Please, doctors, when you have a patient with multiple chronic illnesses, this is not the way to go. This is just not good treatment. The dog in inside. This has to... It can never happen to me again, let alone it cannot happen to anybody else. This what's like lackadaisical doctoring is what it feels like. Okay. I think I got the story out. We're in like 15 minutes. Hey, not bad. So, a complaint, which thank you so much to a special friend who's going to help with that, because I don't have the brain to take care of it right now, but there's a timer now that's already ticking. Complaints are taken more seriously, I guess, so, something like that, when they're within something like a 6-week frame. So but in the search for new doctor, 2 new primary cares. We have appointments, interviews with some new doctors. We'll see how it goes. Like, one's in April, but another one's in October. This is how ridiculous it is to wait for primary care right now. We have long waiting times, and I can't. We have to do something where we are no longer at the risk of predatory doctors who look for a good bill of sale for them and not much work done on our health care for us. So, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We are just taking a little walk and getting a bit of a reset for my brain. There were a lot of conversations happening, so my brain shut down, and I really wanted to follow because you were talking about something that had to do with like archaeology, paleontology, it's genetics, like it's all my
favorite thing.
It's been one of my, as Abby says, hyper focus.
Yeah.
But for a long time.
Well,
Like, I don't take one thing hyper focus for a little while then drop it. I go very deep into whichever subject I go into next.
right where it leads you. I have to go and have a look and see.
Yeah, go ahead, have a look, Cassie. I can always edit this. So what we wanted to do here was I had my chance to speak at least a little bit about the appointment last Monday. The sphenocath that I can already feel. It was not, the medicine was not put in the right place. I did not stay long enough in the position for it to really take hold. Some of the things that I am doing to move forward is I am contacting not my primary care right now. I am contacting my pain clinic. Hi. And I'm going to talk with my doc, Dr. J, about because he knew what a sphenocath is. Number one, really good, because it's I believe in 2018 when our old primary care brought it to us, it was a new thing she learned. So it was kind of nice that the other primary care, when she retired, did it as well, but she does not do it as well as the last doctor. So you can keep putting yourself in front of me, but that doesn't mean you've earned anything. Yeah, I know. I have a treat pouch. I know you are. You are.
Oh, that's lovely.
No, that's not what I'm asking.
Lovely child.
But thank you. Hi. Say hi to the peoples. Yeah? It's okay.
Who's a pretty girl?
Yes.
Yes, for a while now, we have had, since the very beginning, we've had trouble with her not putting her hands on us at all, as in no yearly physical. We've been with her
Ever.
over 3 years now, isn't it?
I think so.
Close to that. Anyway.
So I'm staying close enough if you wanted to stay seated.
I just realized it's slightly dampened.
Oh, okay.
I don't want my butt wet.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Didn't mean to interrupt.
But, in not doing referrals on time, having to be told many, many times. And a biggie for me is that you gave her both reference books and film so that she could learn about your condition, just so she would be able to have general knowledge. I'm not saying do a deep dive. We never said that.
Yeah, I marked off pages where I said, this is relevant, please.
Yeah,
and I,
promptly
put them
wherever the heck she put them, and sees no big deal in it, even though it's a lot of money for Anna in reference books.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just other little things like, I thought I had an infection in my eye. I go and see her about it. She goes, oh no, it's really fine. Just keep washing it out with the eye wash and you'll be fine, good to go. So I don't think anything more of it. And a few days later, just happened to have my yearly eye exam with my eye doctor, who took one look at my eye and said, I can't do the exam on you. You have an infection in your eye, and we have to treat it. And I told him what our primary said. He shook his head. He goes, well, no way. You need the antibiotic cream for your eye for this. And then it's like she was wrong.
What else have you been wrong in? Everything.
Little things I don't really care about. The sphenocath was a whole different thing.
That's not such a little thing, but...
Right, it's not a little thing.
No, I mean your eye.
Well...
It's not such a little thing. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
What if it had... I already said it took a week for me to come out of the weird pressure... Balloon head thing, yeah. 7 days. All week.
Yeah, and by the time I got her home from the sphenocath, I practically had to carry her into the house. She was gone between sunlight and what had happened to her in the doctor's office. But still, you don't add 2 and 2 and come up with 4 because there's the almighty doctor, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was talking to Abby.
Yeah, one of our advocates.
Right, and when she started looking up the procedure and said, wait a minute, you're supposed to be supine for this. You said she was sitting up. She said she was sitting up.
Mm-hmm. I was.
That is
Never did I lie down.
The whatever fell on my head just went, oh my God. She didn't even have you lie down, which is the first and all important
positioning.
And yeah, I got angry then. Abby was really angry. We were both just near tears. Just how?
Yeah, like it's so strange
And we're
how it's
paying for this
easier to get
abuse.
angry for somebody else.
Right. Right. So, but to be paying for this clinic, to be
Yes,
able to
this
use
is
it like an urgent care, etc., etc. No, number one, she's rarely there.
She was okay. This is supposed to be a direct primary care, where, well, okay, we
Like a
do have
concierge.
pretty good contact with her online because she has a good messaging system, and the people usually do get back to me on that really in a timely fashion. The like, she's in the actual office like maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday kind of thing, like, and sometimes only in the morning, or
and definitely gone for 10 days over here, and
this month, yeah,
over there. And it's like, when can we actually do it? And I'm not begrudging a doctor their own private life and all that sort of thing, but it seems like the doctoring is secondary to her life of vacations and camping and family, and maybe it's time to retire. You know, not my call, I guess.
No.
But I cannot recommend this doctor in all
No.
good faith. This is only, the second time we have come up with the title Dr. Useless.
Yeah.
And we don't do that lightly. We were really
No.
not, and we don't piss and moan. Sorry.
No, we do not
But when
give somebody a name like this.
there is compromise,
And so
I'm not
compromised. Like,
happy.
let's put a few of these dots in a row, because never doing a physical, never putting your hands on your patient. She is both of our primary care.
Nobody's expecting her to cure your Lyme.
Nope.
But we are expecting her to know what your general condition is.
Yep.
And what you need to balance.
Yep. Like, okay, when I needed my PIC line, not my PIC line, my line, central line replaced, I know what I have. I do. My brain's just not quite, like, it's back. My head is back on my body, but I'm still recovering. So, in that time when I needed a new line, she wrote, number one, that I should just go to an ER to have imaging done, which really exposed me to COVID. There was a whole hallway, yeah, and I did talk about this, so we did talk about this. You can go further in our history, and I forget when it was, but sometime last year, the line it needed to be replaced. My arm was hurting.
March of last year.
Oh, so it's been a year.
I've got it written down in the book.
Okay. So, like, it's been, it was a case where it hurt to move my arm in the side that the line was in. And whereas I was used to a doctor who would put orders for imaging, like, right through to the hospital,
Stat.
she sent imaging orders to the ER. Like, she basically told me, go to the ER. No orders. She did not contact the ER. There was no backup. And when finally the appointment for the line to be replaced had to be made, she forgot to put stat. And so when I called up for an appointment, they're telling me it's going to take over, well, no, it was weeks, but not months. It was, so yeah, it was weeks. They told me I had a 3-week, something like that, wait. And when you are dealing with something that is connected right to your heart, it does feel urgent, So, all I'm saying here is that she made some bad decisions in the thick of it, where that was negligent. I'm not quite sure what to classify this as, like, extra negligent. I don't know. It feels sinister. It feels wrong. So, we have not felt comfortable. And you need to feel comfortable with, especially your primary care. If you cannot work on, any other relationship, your primary care is an important one. Your primary care should be the contact between all the other doctors. They should be the one who calls up and is like, hey, have we checked medicine that you are prescribing against some of her other condition symptoms and stuff like that. Primary stuff. The connections, the keeping people together. It really needs everybody to be involved, and she's not involved, so like that there. Woohoo! There is such a sweet bee, I think. I'm not sure whether it's a wasp or thought I saw a wasp or a bee. It's on the lily.
I'm trying to see.
Can you come?
Is it tall?
Can you come look?
I don't know.
So. I'm thinking. There's a little fuzz.
Yeah. And it's over 54 degrees. That's what they need to be able to come out and fly.
Bee. I think you're a bee. You're a little plump. Sorry, hard to hold.
Yeah.
That close up. Okay, so my legs are...
Yeah.
Come on, you're not a cow.
You're not a cow. Johnny to daisies.
Here, have some meat.
So we will carry on.
Yes, we will find out about other doctors. We will
have good news.
We will do...
We can always hope for the best. Deal with what is.
A complaint, and we will update about what that is like, the process, all that, later on.
I'm thinking about you. All right, she had a sphenocath just about a half hour, 40 minutes ago, and started to run a temperature in the car as we were coming home. I'm helping her get from the car to the house. And there's her puppy, who's so happy. She's so happy. Don't let her knock you over, don't Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Good girl.
Yeah, you got me just... Hey. Hey, baby.
Here we go. In the house. Just let me close the door. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, take your face out. Don't put your nose in my crotch like that. That's rude.
Yes.
Yes, Mommy's home.
Yes, I'm home.
Mommy's home. Okay. Not having such a good time. Not too long. But it will get better. It you feel pukey at all? Do you need me to get
No.
your cold? Okay. Just the temperature thing, right? We'll put you in here and get the fan on. Do you have to do it by Alexa or? Alexa, turn the fan on, please.
I found a routine that ends your day on the right note with sports updates from ESPN.
I just put this down here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Just hold still. I got you. You're back. And we go. Let me do this for a second. Okay, so face is red. Sorry. Her face is red from the temperature. As you can see. We go. I'm sorry. I don't know how to use these things apparently. But yeah, it gets all blotchy, flushed. Can I just feel your head? Anything you want to say, Nabe? If you can. That's it.
Okay. I know it's really dark. Sorry, I can't take a whole lot of light. My head. Where do I start? I had a sphenocath done on Monday afternoon. It was definitely getting to the point where the pressure was so bad. It was pressing from all angles and just it was so heavy on the base. I was having headache after headache, which would then turn into migraines. Not a good time. So I called up my doctor and I said, it's been a while, can I come in? The whole procedure changed. It used to be that I'd have some lidocaine put up my nose first, and both nostrils. You would do the prep work, and then you would lay down because the lidocaine had to sit in this nerve block. Ganglia nerve block? I don't remember because my brain came at me with the syringe, like went zit and zit. I didn't feel like she got into a place. I don't know. I don't really know how to describe the feeling of it. I don't know. It's very strange.